Timeless watch designs are far and few between in the watch industry, but one that's been present ever since World War II is the flieger. The classic big crown pilot style has a new interpretation from Aquatico, and they've packed in some amazing features for less than £300. Hi guys, my name is Jason and I am your watch guy today. I first featured Aquatico on my channel when it first started in 2020, and they've given me the chance to update you one of their most recent models. They've sent me the Horizon Hawk Pilot to review for you guys to see. If you're interested in it or any of their other watches, they are linked in the description. Now let's get into this. The Flieger is a legendary style of watch, gaining prominence in Germany as a pilot watch throughout the World War. It was a part of the Luftwaffe's issued kit. There are two types, A and B, and my favourite is the type B. That's exactly what Aquatico have given me here. Their modern take includes a fully loomed dial, a fantastic oversized pilot crown, an NH Seiko movement, and a sapphire crystal. I love the reverse black and white on this piece. It's super bold, legible, and it has such a presence. The fully brushed casing is ideal for me, as I can imagine this to be a part of a rotation. The big crown pilot style is one of my favourite in watchmaking. It's bold, ornate, and vintage all at the same time. The practical use of this came from being able to use it whilst wearing pilot gloves. Obviously they need to be legible and therefore much bigger than standard watches. This is definitely a bigger watch, so let me talk to you about those dimensions. It's 43mm in diameter, 12.9mm thick. Lug to lug comes in at 50.2mm, and these are 22mm lugs. The casing is pretty simple in design, even though it is larger than a usual piece. The lugs do swoop towards the wrist, which definitely helps the fit. The larger size, as I've mentioned, is pretty common for this style, as well as the size of this crown. Now, the oversized ornate crown is probably my favourite feature to this piece. It is signed and it is a screw down crown. Aquatico have opted to fit this with a display caseback, showing off the customised rotor that they have fitted to this NH movement. We do also have the usual specifications around the outer edge. This watch has a flat sapphire crystal that sits above the casing, with AR coating on the underneath, which means that it will hold up much better over time. You won't get any of those horrible scratches from the AR coated. The water resistance of this piece, unexpectedly, is 300 meters. This is a great feature to have. What I will say is, if you get onto a plane and your pilot is wearing a heavily water resistant watch, get yourself off that plane. The dial is definitely one of the nicest features to this piece. The Type B style is one of my favourites in watchmaking. It's fully loomed and it has black accented print to it. We have the classic triangle at 12 o'clock with batons at 9, 6 and 3. They're incredibly legible and definitely accent that fully loomed dial really well. The inner hour dial has a feature that you don't often see on many fliegers or military issued pieces, and that of course is the Aquatico logo printed to it. Below that we also have an automatic print. The date window at 3 definitely blends into the dial much more than on other models. However, I will say that it does unbalance the dial slightly. As I've mentioned a couple of times, one of the main features to this piece is that fully loomed dial. So let's get into that loom shot. So the main feature here, obviously that loom dial. It's absolutely fantastic. Honestly, one of the most easily visible watches in a low light situation, and that is even without a full charge. I've had this on in the house whilst walking up the stairs to bed in darker stairways and it glows. It's absolutely fantastic. It does exactly what it should do as a fully loomed watch, and I think Aquatico have done a fantastic job on this one. They've nailed it, and above that, the black accents to that dial just work perfectly. It's such a clean, legible dial. Low light or high light, it's just fantastic for me. The Horizon Hawk comes with both the option of a bracelet and a leather band. The bracelet is a fully brushed edition with a simple milled clasp and female end links. Double pushers on that clasp, signed, and it has 4 levels of micro adjust. The leather band really does suit this piece. It has a very pilot style to it. The stitching definitely adds to the vintage vibe, as well as that really large buckle profile. Let's see how these two fit on my wrist. As you can see, this one on wrist is definitely bigger than my usual watch. However, that being said, it doesn't fit badly. Now, obviously, due to its oversized crown and bigger case profile, it does have a little bit of a tighter fit when you're flexing, but I feel like that is more down to my wrist size than the watch. I think it's a very pretty watch on wrist, and moreover, it's one that's noticeable on wrist too. It definitely gets spotted in a crowd. It definitely gets spotted while I'm out and about and speaking to various people. I think some of that may be down to the size, but a lot of it is down to that Lume dial and the white aspects to the watch. People really do love a white watch, I think. I hope you guys have enjoyed this watch as much as I have. The flieger style is one of my favorites, modern or vintage. This is a fantastic addition to that category. What improvements could be made here though? Well, considering we have two band options, I would have liked to have seen quick release spring bars on this just to make that switch a little bit easier. Sticking to the point of the bracelet, I would have also liked to have seen a little bit of taper towards the clasp on this. It does fit as a really chunky piece. That being said, this is also a much bigger watch. If you're not used to bigger watches, then this one may be a little bit too much for yourself. However, if you do like a bigger watch, perfect pilot piece for you. Thanks for watching this one, guys. It's been absolutely lovely to revisit Aquatico after 4 years. They've developed so much as a brand over those years, and I would love to see more of them. If you're interested in this or any of their other pieces, they are linked in the description below, along with my online store. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.